Hello everyone, welcome again to another BTC update. I hope you are doing great today. Been a while since the last BTC update, but seeing the market conditions now have a little bit more data, I just thought I would make a live for you guys, an update, so you can try to understand what's going on in my head with regards to BTC and the market. Basically, nothing has really changed in the general macro direction of Bitcoin for me, but I'm gonna try to explain what I see as clearly as I can to everybody so you can understand it in an easy and a simple way. With that being said, like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to the channel if you can do that. Help it grow, which will motivate me to do more videos for you guys. And as always, follow me on Twitter, link in the description below. With that being said, let's get started with the charts and let's see what's happening with Bitcoin. And there's a lot to talk about basically for Bitcoin. But we're going to start first for the macro perspective, for the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame as of now is still not showing any types of retracements yet. Now there is a couple of things. Obviously, monthly closes are very important, and for me, I have said this to my Discord members before, and I'm gonna say it to you now as well. I don't want any monthly closes below 27k for Bitcoin. A monthly close below 27k for Bitcoin is not good for the bulls. Okay, let's just keep it at that from a macro perspective. But as of now, the monthly is looking good. It's not looking bad from an indicator perspective. There's still some room for growth, and there's still some room for upside for this Bitcoin move. And there's still no signs of weakness. Now, obviously, you know what I'm going to say about the upside. I've been saying this is probably a bull trap. It's not the start of the bull run. It could be a max pain bull trap with, reaching the high 37s here, or it could be a normal bull trap to where we are right now. Because if you go to the lower time frames, like the 2-week, this is not looking like a breakout. This is not looking like we're going to the moon. This is basically looking like we went to the bottom of to the heartline of this channel, which is a legit channel, by the way, with support and resistance, which is the dotted line right here, kind of slightly invisible. And we got a rejection there, and usually when these types of things happen, when you hit rejections on the hard lines of the channels, usually you retrace all the way back to the bottom of the channel. All right, we have some validations for this. I will talk about them. We have some invalidations. I will talk about them as well. I'm just giving you a bigger picture of what I'm seeing. So yeah, the 2-week time frame, this is what it shows me. The weekly and the 3 days are the most important for me. And the daily, obviously. This to me is looking like one push-up. All right. Now, I don't want to give you false hope, but I will give you levels of confirmation. All right. So for me right now, and for my Discord members, we have 2 levels for confirmation. The first one was the one that we wicked at, which is around 28.4, 28k. All right, 28k, which is this yellow trend line right here. This is a resistance trend line. A breakout above this would be pretty cool, pretty nice, but obviously for me the best breakout will be around 28.5, 28.5 area, so which is this dotted heart line here, which is this green channel here, the heart line of this green channel. That will be a confirmation for at least a retest of the highs again, so basically going towards that 31k area. Obviously breaking that area is what is going to take us to 37k or even low 40s. We have obviously levels of confirmation for this, and we have levels of confirmation and validation for the bearish scenario as well. So I'm gonna keep it pretty simple with you guys, very, very simple. And I think I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. If we get a 2-week candle close around 30k ish, 30k, 30k is probably a good area. If we can get a 2-week candle close at 30k, I think we will revisit 37 to 40k easily. All right. Now for the small validations, or the things that will make this scenario more viable, more plausible, is basically a breakout of this yellow trend line and a breakout of this 28.5k area. If we could see Bitcoin climbing first above this yellow trend line, and then second so the yellow trend line is around 28k now. So basically this 28 to 28.5k area is a very important key level for the bulls. If we're able to break it with daily closes above it, then most likely we're going to retest the highs. And when we retest the highs, if we can get a 2-week candle close around 30K, then we're going to go to 37K in my personal opinion. So that is the bullish scenario for me. Pretty simple, pretty easy. For the bearish scenario is also pretty simple, pretty easy as well. A monthly close below 27K is one of the telltale signs that the bearish scenario is going to happen. The confirmation of a bearish scenario for me would be a weekly close under 25K. It's pretty simple as well. So if we can get a weekly close under 25K, then most likely we're going to head towards 19K once more. 19, 20K depending on where we are, which is the bottom of the channel. And that is around the 20% drop from that 25K. All right, pretty simple, pretty easy. Now, one more thing to note, and this is also very, very important, is that on a micro time frame like a daily, we can go all the way down to 25K in a single candle, and we will still remain bullish unless we get a macro close. So unless we get a weekly close under 25. And the same thing goes for the bullish scenario. On the micro perspective, on the daily, we can get a candle, one candle to 31K in a single candle. But until I get a 2-week candle close at that level, I'm gonna remain cautious of the move itself. You have to understand, where Bitcoin got rejected on the way up was a horizontal level of resistance, which is the 2-weekly candle close, which is this area right here, where I'm putting my cursor. As you can see, weekly, 2-weekly close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. We got rejected right there, exactly near my cursor, which is basically the openings and the closings of the 2-week candles that were previously happening for Bitcoin. So we need to pay attention to the macros right now in order to gauge the direction of the macro. Everything in the daily is obviously supportive. So if we, like I said, if we can get a daily close above 28.5, then we're most likely going to retest the highs. Other Twitter influencers or traders or whatever, they probably tell you if we break 28.5, we're going to 37. I don't work like that. I work level by level. For me, the next key area is that 2-weekly close around 30K. A 2-weekly close around 30K, and I'll jump on the bullish train towards 37.40. And expect some major resistance here, by the way, at this level. All right. And the same thing goes for the bearish scenario. I mean, we can get a daily close under 25.8, and that will obviously start to validate the bearish scenario more and more. But till I get that weekly close under 25K, for me, the bearish scenario is not going to happen till these things happen. Now, those are the levels of confirmation. From an indicator perspective, it seems that Bitcoin is coiling up for one more move with a bearish divergence. Again, it could be a double top, so it could be to 30, 31K and then drop, and it could be to 37 and then it can drop. It all depends on that 2-weekly close that I talked about. But there's one thing that I want to point out, and I think, I'm not sure if I'm the only one who's been talking about it, but I have a wave count, which is till now is pretty legit. And this wave count is a 1, 2, 3, and a 4. I will show you. So this is your wave count. And based on this, we have one more wave, 5. The only problem with this wave count, there's a couple of problems, right? If this wave goes to 37, the wave count itself is kind of not really proper, because you have to understand wave 3 cannot be the shortest, and if this goes to 37, wave 3 will probably be the shortest. So that's number 1. Number 2, wave 5, or having a wave 5, doesn't mean a new all-time high or a 37K high or whatever. It could be a truncated fifth, and a truncated fifth looks very similar to this. This is let's say a truncated fifth. So the previous wave, let's imagine this was a wave 3, and then you have your 4, and then you have your 5, which just went above your 3 barely, like around 6% more. So that would mean something like Bitcoin going towards exactly the top of the channel here, I think. Let me just check it. Yeah, I think so. It could mean this, 32.7. And then you get your truncated fifth, and then you get your trap zone as well. Because you have to understand, for me, there's no way Bitcoin goes to 37K unless we get a 2-week candle close around 30 up, so 30K and up. A daily around 30, around 32 doesn't mean anything for me. It could be a truncated fifth. And like I said, this wave count is still pretty legit. Let me just change the color for you guys. This wave count is really pretty legit till now. Like I was telling this on Twitter and to the Discord members as well. Like I don't want Bitcoin going below 25.8, because if we go below 25.8, 26 to 25.8, the wave count will become invalid. And we actually just touched 25.8 and then we started to move up. So that's pretty cool, seeing the Elliott waves working in front of you. Now the last thing is for this wave 5 to be completed. Now again, this wave 5 could be a truncated wave, it could be a 37K wave, it could be a 35, it could be a lot of things. We just need to let it play out first. And again, the validation levels for this bullish scenario starting to play out is a break above 28.5K on the daily. And for the 37K, obviously we need that 2 weekly candle close. If that doesn't happen, expect the bearish scenario to happen, more than the bullish one. So that's pretty much it. As of now, Bitcoin is still in the range. Now the bulls are more. There's a higher chance for the bulls to get one more leg up. But seeing that this leg up is starting to form bearish divergences, seeing that we're really nearing the end of this rally up, I think it's going to be short-lived. I think this leg up, whether it's going to be to 32, to 31, to 28, to 37, I think that's probably going to be it for the bulls. And then after that, the bears are going to start dominating the market again. That's just my personal opinion. So just to summarize, guys, for you, in order to make this video very quick and simple and short, 2 weekly candle close. The bullish scenario is basically going to be confirmed if we get a 2 weekly candle close around 30K. And the telltale signs of this is going to happen, basically, of us revisiting 30K, is basically a daily breakout above 28 to 28.5K area. That's your telltale sign of the bullish scenario. While the bearish scenario's telltale sign will be a daily close below 25.8K, and the confirmation for the drop towards the bottom of the channel here will be a weekly close under 25K. Till that happens, till we get these confirmations, we're just stuck in a zigzag type of consolidation. All right. And one last thing to point out is that the 3-day time frame is looking like for one more leg up, and the weekly is looking like a leg up with a divergence. As long as we can get the stochastic RSI cross above 20 on the 3-day time frame, I think we're gonna get our leg up, which will also help validate the Elliott wave count scenario as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the problem is that the 5 could be a truncated fifth. That's the only problem that we see with this wave count. All right, I will keep you updated as we move forward with the market. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. I post a lot of informational material there. And if you want to join our private Discord, you can DM me on my private Telegram, link in the description below as well. Thank you again, guys, for being here. Thank you for the support for those of you who are supporting, as always. And I hope you have a nice week, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye, guys.